Welcome to Meet the Masters of Income Property Investing. I'm your host, Jason Hartman.
The 2019 Meet the Masters of Income Property, March 23rd and 24th in Newport Beach, California.
What is the sort of the one trick, the hack, the secret that really empowers people to success? Income property, the most historically proven asset class in the entire world.
Register today at jasonhartman.com/masters. Early bird pricing ends Friday, February 1st.
Let's break this down and look at some of the strengths of income property as an asset class.
I found that this event is really helpful because I'm totally a newbie to real estate investment. And so I picked up so much information.
One of the great things about it is that it's so fragmented, right? Embrace the fragmentation.
jasonhartman.com/masters.
This show is produced by the Hartman Media Company. For more information and links to all our great podcasts, visit hartmanmedia.com.
Speakers, publishers, consultants, coaches, and info marketers unite. The Speaking of Wealth Show is your roadmap to success and significance. Learn the latest tools, technologies, and tactics to get more bookings, sell more products, and attract more clients. If you're looking to increase your direct response sales, create a big-time personal brand, and become the go-to guru, the Speaking of Wealth Show is for you. Here's your host, Jason Hartman.
It's my pleasure to welcome Jami Stout. She is co-founder of the Financial Marketing Summit. She has a great background in affiliate marketing, several million-dollar-plus launches, is a real specialist in financial marketing. Jami, welcome. How are you?
Hi, Jason. How's it going? Thanks for having me.
It's good to have you, and you are coming to us from a very chilly Minneapolis. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm coming at you from an iceberg. About right now, I think it was -10 when I woke up this morning, so It's a bit chilly.
And I thought it was chilly here in Florida at a 64 degrees above zero.
Yeah, that's about 74 degrees warmer than I am right now. So
I'm going to try and get some sunshine and send it your way, okay?
Please do.
All right. Well, hey, you have a great background in working with, big financial marketing companies like Agora, the Agora division, the Palm Beach Letter. Agora overall is the largest financial newsletter publisher in the world. Many people have heard of them. Some haven't because they're kind of not the brand, They've got all these sort of mini brands. Just tell us a little bit about your background and your start in affiliate marketing, if you would.
Sure. So, as you said, I kind of contracted by Agora and other financial publishers to come in and really host these massive product launches for their new products. And where I kind of got started is I was actually looking for some sort of job that I could do when I dropped out of college, kind of like the typical story, dropped out. Okay, now I'm going to go be an entrepreneur. I'm going to make millions of dollars. But while I'm doing that and while I'm building my own business, I also need food on the table, roof over my head, that whole sort of thing. So I needed to find a job that I could do from home or, mobile wherever without someone standing behind me looking over my shoulder. As long as I got the job done, we were good. So I found affiliate marketing position at a financial newsletter. And I had no idea what affiliate marketing was, but I called them anyway and was Googling affiliate marketing as I was talking to them. And I guess, I must have faked it enough that they hired me. And yeah, that's kind of how I got my foot in. And then little did I know, I was actually really, really good at it. Once I figured out what it was, it went from that to, okay, well, I had $1 million product launch to kind of became this super connector in the financial publishing world. Whereas it came, between the marketers and media agencies and the publishers and whatnot. And so, I'm just kind of the person to call when you have a new product and you're trying to get it in front of as many people as possible.
Uh-huh. So what are some of the tricks of the trade of affiliate marketing, especially in the financial vertical?
I would say, affiliate marketing in general kind of has a bad bad rap, It's kind of looked at in some ways as like this schemy, slimy, bringing in,
And some of it is.
Yeah, and absolutely, some of it is,
But some of everything is. I mean, there's sleazy, slimy, and everything, right? So,
isn't it? It's like when you have an affiliate and they're promising a new iPad to every new customer, and then you get, all the emails rolling in. Hey, where's my iPad? It's like, what? I didn't promise you. You have those affiliates in pretty much any industry. But as far as finance, it's really just finding high quality leads and high quality affiliates, because it's a lot different than just the biz op digital marketer world. As much as it is alike, it's like vastly different, because these people, not only are they buying your product, but they're also taking more money that they have and they're putting it into a trading account. And then they're following your advice, or, the advice of the editor of the newsletter, and then trading that money.
Right.
So it's not buying a little info product and one and done. It's okay, now this person is like putting their life savings, well, hopefully not, right? But many of them do, into this account, and they're following your suggestions and, your education. So you really have to find the high quality affiliates that will bring you the kind of people that you want buying that product. And you also want them presenting your brand well. And it's far from the sleazy affiliate marketing that is in kind of the dark corners of our
what I find, Jami, and I don't know if you'll agree with this or not, is that a lot of the world of internet marketing, really when it sort of first gained prominence, was pretty sleazy. And it seems as though, just like hopefully many businesses, the winners are the real people that are long-term thinkers, that aren't looking to churn and burn. They offer refunds, they stand by their products, they take care of business, they answer the phone or email. These are the people that have actually made it. They're the names we all know. Certainly there's a few that we all know that still cut a lot of corners, but the industry has sort of self-policed itself reasonably well, I think.
Right.
It's matured. It's a more mature industry. And, this stuff is not magic. It's hard work, just like any business, just like, going out doing manual labor. That's hard work too. If you really want to make a name for yourself in a real business, online in whatever aspect, you've got to run a legitimate business, mostly, right? And so that has changed. I think that reputation has sort of changed over the years, but no question, there's hit and miss in every business. Talk to us specifically, if you would. Are you using affiliate marketing for your summit?
That's the funny thing, we do, but because the financial publisher industry is quite small. I mean, it's big, right? As far as the
big and small,
the value, it's big and small at the same time. The customers and the money that's in our industry is, by and far, probably one of the biggest. But the actual number of, publishers is quite small. So, I would say it's way more word of mouth and just having a home for the industry.
Right.
You have the digital marketing conferences, and then you have the financial conferences.
Right.
But there wasn't a conference for the marketers that are marketing financial products.
Right.
And so we kind of, came together and said, okay, look, let's make a home for this. And,
okay, good.
That's
so you took a unique segment out of the market. You spun it off into its own niche, which is great. How long has it been running?
5 years.
Okay, so 5 years. And what are your ticket prices, and how do you price your tickets? That's a art and science in and of itself.
Right. Yeah, that's a whole thing, as you said, because one of the main, compliments that we get about the Financial Marketing Summit is that the people that go are the decision makers, right? They are the executives and above. They're not the customer support or whatever. And no offense to that, but I think it's because, number one, the ticket prices, right? So right now, I think until, the end of the month or something, it's $997. So $1,000 a seat. Okay. And then our full price is $1,500. So for
where did you start?
Days before the event,
what was your early bird price? Did you have an early bird price that was lower than $997?
$7.97, I think.
Okay, so that's
I don't know why we all stick to the 97s, but
right.
we do.
I don't know. Yeah, somebody started that years ago, and
somebody said it, and we stuck with it.
Exactly. So the lowest price ticket was $7.97. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, great. And in terms of affiliate marketing, it sounds like you don't do a lot of affiliate marketing with the summit.
We don't. It's more, it's again back to the industry size. It's more. I mean, we do have affiliates, but it's not like the big launches where we sell, thousands of tickets, because it just isn't, that market. So
Got it. Okay, good. But, a lot of people listening put on events. And so, any information you can share about that is always appreciated. What do you do as far as affiliate marketing on the ticket sales? Then I want to talk to you about sponsorships a little bit. Sounds like you have just a small number of affiliates, or?
So number one, you go to, there's always your industry, and then there are the industries that kind of orbit around yours, right? And so you try to find those people that are kind of in between. And so the blogs, the other events, like the finance events, like I mentioned, the digital marketing events that I mentioned. And so what we did is, I just literally Googled, financial events, marketing events. And I reach out to all of their CEOs or their founders or whatever, affiliate marketers, managers, and I just said, hey, let's do a cross promotion, or I'll pay you 50% commission, or I'll pay you 100% commission for anybody that you send that comes that hasn't attended before. So, because I just want people in the door.
That's the new people. So what do you pay on your affiliates then?
It's really case by case. Usually, if it's a new person, we'll pay up to 50% commission, which for an event like this, it's quite substantial.
Yeah, sure. So they can make like $500 per ticket sale, but that can't be a repeat attendee. That's got to be a new attendee, right?
Right. For repeat, we're at 30% commission.
Okay. Well, that's still pretty generous. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And then do you have any upsells at the conference, or is
we do?
Okay, you do. Okay, good. Tell us about
absolutely.
those.
We kind of skimmed the cream of the crop, I guess, because in any sort of event, once it gets to a certain size, once you get a few hundred people in the room, you have everybody from the publishers that are at, 2 million to the publishers that are at 500 million a year. And so you have everything from like the new people who they're just trying to figure out what a hot list is, to the people who've been in the game for years. So we realized, okay, so we need some sort of separation here, because the presenters at the general summit had to be a little bit more conscious of where everybody was in the room.
Sure.
Whereas
we got it.
If you have a high ticket, then, you can address some of those bigger issues and go a little deeper into it. So we decided to do a business accelerator. So, we capped it at 25 people, $14,000, and we sold out as soon as we announced it. And we actually announced it personally, just by emails.
Oh, fantastic.
We didn't even blast it out. So, yeah.
So it was an upsell to 25 people for $14,000 a head. And the Business Accelerator, just give us the very quick pitch on that. What is it? How long does it last? I assume it's like a, ongoing program.
Right. So, we meet 4 times a year in person for 2 days. Okay. Everybody comes in. You have a problem, or tell us something you're doing really, really well. Everybody, we share legal. We do critiques of copy, of full promotions. Everybody kind of works with everybody else. Big business deals, biz dev. You walk out, and if you aren't making a substantial amount more than you were when you got there, then it's a problem that you need to go back and look in the mirror.
Sure.
So the people in the room are all the decision makers, and they're there to do business.
Okay, great. What is your other upsell?
Our other upsell is actually, I would say, more of a cross sell. We just expanded to London.
Right.
So U.S. is U.S. market, and especially in finance, the markets in Europe it's quite different, and the affiliates are quite different as well. So after we heard a few times, hey, we would really like if you could expand, because we would like to get some affiliates from Europe and kind of reach out to different networks. And so we decided, okay, let's do London. And so we're doing London again this year.
Okay, great. So how you've got about 300 people, I believe, for Orlando, right? That's your U.S. event.
A little over, I think we had 320 something.
Okay, so about 320 for that. And London, this is your first event there, right?
London, we just had in September. We'll have again this coming September as well.
Yeah, fantastic. So you've spaced them out nicely, 6 months apart. That's great. What are you planning for in London in terms of attendance this time?
It's funny because we always we're very conservative on what we plan and what we book.
Yep.
But the problem you run into is you book a room for 100 people. And if you do a really good job, you have 150 people show up
then you have
and
a
you don't have room.
Yeah, right. I know. I get it. We do events too, so.
Right. So yeah, I think we'll probably have close to 200.
Okay, great. So about 200. That's fantastic. And talk to us, if you would, Jami, about sponsorships. Sponsorships can really be much more lucrative than ticket sales, depending on the model of the event. What are you doing in terms of sponsorships?
Sponsorships, in our industry, it's quite easy because you look at the demographic of your room and then you ask yourself who would benefit most from getting in front of these people. And that's it. And so for us, it's the, marketing agencies, right? The advertising agencies. And so those two have been kind of our big go-tos for sponsors.
Sure. Yeah, that's great. Are you cutting any big checks for speaker fees, or are your speakers pretty much freebie speakers or low cost? That is the funniest thing when we do our conferences, on real estate investing, the speaker fee issue is all over the board. It just blows my mind, I'll give you an example. I had Ken Blanchard, the 1 Minute Manager author, on my podcast a few times over the years. He lives in San Diego, right? And so we invited him to speak, and his people said, $80,000. And we're like, no way.
Wow.
And it's like, okay, I can get Ken on my podcast for free and he appreciates it. Yet if I want to have him drive 15 minutes to come and give a speech in front of 300 people, $80,000. It's just a funny thing. It really is an odd bird. And even big name speakers, sometimes you can get them for very low cost and sometimes you just can't. And it's hard to make heads or tails of that, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I've had pretty much the same experience. I'm good friends with James Altucher.
Sure. I've had him on my show a couple times. Yeah.
Right. So James and I are good friends.
Yeah,
and
great.
One of the first summits, I didn't realize that he usually charged like 30, 40 grand at least. And this was years ago.
Right. He's probably higher now.
Right. And so I just call him. I'm like, hey, will you come and speak? And I didn't know what I was doing at the time, so I didn't offer anything. And he came, and I had everybody was like, how did you get James to show up?
And you thought it was no big deal. He's just a friend of mine.
I was like, well, I called him and asked him.
Yeah,
That's what I did. But yeah, for us, it's more, we want actionable content, and we don't allow pitching. So those are two things where, if you have a big name that just wants to sell their product, we don't even want them. We want the people that are in the market every day and they know what's working now, and they have actionable content to share with our attendees. So we haven't had to pay anybody. We do offer, flights, hotel, that kind of deal. But, as far as paying the speakers, we really just haven't had to. They've all came willingly. And
so pretty much your model is no paid speakers then, right?
No paid speakers.
Okay,
yeah.
Great. On sponsorships, and by the way, Jami, feel free to say you don't want to share anything I ask you, but I'm going to ask, so you can decide if you want to share it. But don't feel like you have to answer. On your sponsorships, what does your sponsorship package look like? What's your highest and lowest cost sponsorship?
Our highest cost is $15K.
Okay.
And it goes from that to, I think, 12.5, 10, and then 7.5. And then we have like a la carte. So somebody can sponsor a photo booth. Somebody can sponsor a cocktail hour.
How low do they go in terms of those sponsorships?
About $2,000.
Okay.
So for that, they are spending $2,000 to buy our attendees drinks. So, go ahead. You're going to end up with a very large bill.
Sure.
When you have 300 and some people.
Right.
In our industry drinking.
So what you do on because I've done that before too. We hired last year at our conference, we hired a Journey cover band, a tribute band, right? Mm-hmm. And by the way, they were awesome. It was really good. The band is not very expensive. Of course, giving everybody drinks is extremely expensive.
Correct.
Especially when you're paying through the hotel, which is outrageous always. $110 a gallon for coffee. My God, I'd just give them Starbucks gift cards if I could.
Yep, exactly.
But that's the way it is. So you just charge the sponsor $2,000 for the right to buy the drinks, and then they just pay the bill, right? Is that how you do it?
Correct.
Oh,
yep, absolutely.
Okay. That's a good idea, because we've always tried to kind of work it out and say, okay, it'll cost you X. But you make it easy. You just say, pay us $2,000 and pay the hotel whatever you want.
Yeah, we even have a sponsor for breakfast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because we provide continental breakfast.
Sure.
And it's the same deal. Okay, pay me $2,000 and then we'll put your brand out as the sponsor for the breakfast. And then they go through the hotel and pay for it.
Right. That's great. Good stuff. Tell us a little bit more about the summit, and let's wrap it up with that, because we've certainly got a lot of people in the finance industry listening. Anything they can learn there, or what's coming up at this next summit you've got in Orlando? Yeah,
we have some really big speakers. I would say if anybody's looking to network or do any business development deals, come and join us, see what it's about, give me a call. I will personally introduce you to anyone I think might be a good fit. So, yeah. Good stuff. And give out your website. Financialmarketingsummit.com. Financialmarketingsummit.com. Jami Stout, thanks so much for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening. Please be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any episodes. Be sure to check out the show's specific website and our general website, hartmanmedia.com, for appropriate disclaimers and terms of service. Remember that guest opinions are their own, and if you require specific legal or tax advice or advice in any other specialized area, please consult an appropriate professional. And we also very much appreciate you reviewing the show. Please go to iTunes or Stitcher Radio or whatever platform you're using and write a review for the show. We would very much appreciate that. And be sure to make it official and subscribe so you do not miss any episodes. We look forward to seeing you on the next episode.